Well, well, well. Look who we have here. It is time for Inktober. Hee Yoink. So, today's word is sweep. Unfortunately, that's kind of a boring word if we just do a broom. And so, I had an idea. What if we did do a broom, but it was different, special even? That is why, this time around, we are going to be drawing brooms that are actually quite normal. Okay, actually, to be correct, it's actually... I had the idea, I thought about what other ways brooms have been represented in media. And yeah, there's a typical witches driving, riding brooms. But then I also realized, oh yeah, there's something kind of similar. There is Fantasia, wherein Mickey Mouse, copyrighted by Disney, not mine, not my OC, brings a bunch of mops to life to do his chores for him. Yeah, they just carry up buckets of water for him. And they do that over and over again until they start flooding the workplace, I guess. But I'm thinking, what if we did something like that, but with a broom? So I'm thinking, since it's gonna be, since the word is mostly, sweep, it's a verb, we'll have to go ahead and do a little adjustment on this main design. Of course, we can also zoom way in because this is too big. I also decided to play classical music because Fantasia, the whole thing about Fantasia is that it's based off of classical music. All right, this should be fine. Okay, there we are. Let me make sure everything's fine. Yeah, cool. Oh wait, right, I forgot about this thing. I actually gotta do this. Click. I forgot to put in the YouTube chat, or to update the YouTube chat. My bad! Alright, close there. Now it's fine. So, here's what I'm thinking. We have the brooms, which were kind of humanoid. But what if we swapped it over to be... Let's see. Because I'm trying to think right now what it could be. So I'm thinking, right, we got this little bit for the actual broom head. Little bristles coming down the bottom here. I'm thinking... This is gonna be rough to conceptualize, because I was thinking, hey, what if we just had like a little dog with broom feet? But well, that's actually possible. Hold on, let me think. Oh, why did I do so many bristles on these things? Okay, what if instead of because I'm thinking, what if we did something like, oh boy, this, where this is the bristle head. I'm not gonna do the same thing as before because that's just too much work. All right, we have a little bristle head here, broom head. So you can tell it's just that. And then it has little, dog parts, or his quadruped parts. Right here, and it's just, standard broom handle tips. And then over at the top here, it widens out, and this is how we get the dustpan. And we could probably have something like a Something like this too to show that it's wagging. Whoosh. Heck yeah. We stand classical music. You know, like a brush dog wagging its tail. Maybe we can even add a little couple of eyes to it. That's kind of creepy. That's what I'm thinking. I think this would be a fun draw. Does it need to be anatomically correct? Does it need to be anything other than what I want it to be? So it'll be faster to do this than to undo everything. So first thing we need is a general shape. I'm thinking I like the shape I had before. You know, tail up here, brush over here. And we can have the legs over here. These things would probably need to be a little bow-legged, just so we can, just because that way we can see the balance that it would need to have. Or we could also go a little. Do something like this. There we go. There we go. Let's see this. A little skinny over here. I'm gonna do this to help me get the shape I want from the bristles. I don't need to worry about that. I guess this could probably be the that could be the actual wooden board. That way we can actually curve the brush. And a little bit of this going on. Something like that. And now we could have a little circle going around here, or a little pipe. Oop. Okay. Whew. Like this. I think the tail could be a little shorter. There we are. Okay. And now the real thing is, well, I could distract myself a little bit. You want a kind of rounded foot to be kind of like broom head. Yeah, broom head, broom handle tip, and then I'm trying to like. Whoop. Alright. That foot's alright. The first foot is alright. Go here. Hmm. I think this is a bit too short. Let's see. That's a weird foot. Okay, let's see. Oh, I should redo that. I did like the angle of the leg here. This would be going for the back. Something like this. Right. I mean, yeah, this could work. Ooh, redo this. I don't like that. I think this could work out well. Especially if we do, well, now we want this to show it's slightly going away. Alright. Alright. In the dustpan. Alright, something like this. Okay. Something like that. Ooh. Something like that. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think this could work. If we just see the backside of the... Although this could also... A little bit of depth. It's like, we all know dustpans have a little wall to stop dust from escaping. It's kind of why they were made. Okay, let's see. If we want to do this, how do we go about it? Right, this is the back of the thing. If we want to add a bit of depth, I feel like that could work. Lower the size here drastically. Okay. There we are. I'm so sick. Over here, and erase this. Leave that little bone that I was thinking of. Right. I think this would be fine enough. Anyway, back to this. We go ahead and simple. Huh. There we are. Right. I mean, I feel like it should be flatter here. Okay. I think this will be fine. Oh, the eyes. How do we want to do this? We could go. I'm thinking Pac-Man eyes, honestly. I think Pac-Man eyes would do it. Ah! There we go, something like that. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a weird drawing for sure, but line art. Let's see if we can get a nice brown, nice, slightly pale. I want a light brown, something that's like not almost yellow, but there we go. That's a nice brown right there. Okay, line art. Increase the size. This is triumphant music. Ugh. Nope. Okay. Huzzah! I'm here to slay the dragon and save the princess. Henceforth, therefore, forthwith. Kumbaya! Alright, I'm gonna cheat here and use the line art. There we go. You know what? Maybe let's cheat. Let's see how cheating works here. Rah. Yeah. I think I'll have to. Extra exaggerated. One more try. I missed. But one more try. Rah. Nope. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I'm probably not gonna stick with this anyway, or whatever I come up with this. Yeah. No. All right. Just gotta be smooth about it. Oof. Usually it can be kind of lenient with this kind of thing, but because I already have it so planned out, it needs to be almost perfect. Well, not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but see, like, this needs to be now. Oh, look at that. Okay. This one. Okay. Cool, cool. Ah. No. You know, let's just get the endpoint right here, right here. Let's see if I can do this without a sketch. I'm just following the line beneath it. Ugh. Yesh. Yoy. Okay. If I can do this with a little bit of minimal cleanup, that would be great. Okay. There we go. Sweep sketch. Okay. The tail itself I can be lenient with because I can just move it. Okay. Maybe I need to redirect the paw a little bit. Like that. There we go. Jeez Louise. These are some regal themes for sure. You guys aren't. Well, I guess it's good that you aren't hearing them as loudly as me, because it means you can hear me more. And I am obviously more important. Oh, yoink. Yeah. Cool. Let's see this. Onto this. There you go. That make it a little bit better. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, the paws are kind of unequal, but that's fine. I'll just fix. I'll fix this one to match the other ones a way. Even though this one was kind of the baseline, I do want to. There, something like that. There we are. Alright, for the dustpan, I want to go for a slightly... I'm gonna go for a gray tail. Fine art. Wait a second. Okay, thank goodness. Whew. Hooray! Yay! We love classical music! There we are. Undo that. Let's get back into it. There we are. There we go. Alright, and a little bit of black tip for the rubber. Let's see this. Brah. No way. Hi, Krat. No way, I see you twice a week. Should probably put this on a separate layer, but it's fine. Alright. Huzzah! Such classical music. How are you doing, Krat? How was your day? How was your way? Bruh. Something like that. I promise this is relevant to sweeping. Alright, there's some drumming on it. That's nice, that's nice. I have been just, I don't know, mostly just waiting to do this all day. All day, every day. My life is nothing but Inktober. Rah! Also, I didn't know you were a drummer. That's pretty cool. I do a little bit of piano, but it's been a while since I practiced, and I gotta get back into it. Maybe a little bit thinner near the bottom here. Rah. Heck yeah. So the word of the day is sweep. And through a complicated and convoluted series of thoughts, I decided to kind of follow the inspiration of that one Fantasia, a Disney Fantasia animation, where Mickey Mouse, Disney copyright on my OC, turns a bunch of brooms, or a bunch of mops into, I guess, he animates them and makes them do his chores. And I figured, you know what? Why not do something similar, but like with a broom? And the broom, the broom is what's doing the sweeping. And it's like you can kind of see the rest of the sketch here. Like this is where the broom bristles are going to be. Actually, I'm going to keep this out because I do want to. That's kind of where my thoughts went. Okay. There you go. Heck yeah. Well, I'm not gonna cheat. These are bristles. It's okay if it's a not perfect line. But I do need to make sure they actually connect. There we go. Rah, rah, rah. Okay. Cool. Then we can zoom in and get this little bit of orange out of the way. Make sure it's all yellow here. That way it doesn't look weird. I mean, it looks weird. That's kind of the point. It's, yeah. Alright, cool. Now we can... There we go. Sweet potato. I guess in line what I could do. I thought I saw a fly. Alright, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna grab some of this color right here. Boop. And I'm going to color in the line art around here. And kind of blend it into the tail. Because I'm so good at cheating using the tools available to me. Heck yeah. Also, let's make sure this stuff is great. Yeah. There we go. Something like that. Alright. Now, I gotta go. I still have to clean up this little stroke right here. That's a mistake. Yoink. Goodbye. Clean up. A bit more. There we go. Okay. Any other strokes need cleaning up? I guess I could strengthen this one a little bit. Wrong color. Let's take that out of the way. There we go. Heck yeah. I guess what I could try, I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna try making this paw a little bit thicker near the bottom. See how that works. That's a circle. Let's see. Redo. Okay, I don't know. There we go. I'm gonna try one more time for this a good paw on this side. There we go. I mean, facing towards the viewer might not be bad, but I do need to actually give it more. I think this could work. Well, nah. There we go, that's better. Slight erase here. Cool. Now we can move on to colors. Yoink. A slight. Hold on. Go back to here. What? Oh, right, because it's not going to the window. I'm silly. Thank goodness I took the wrong layer for that. Under the line art. I think that's going to be visible. Plenty visible. My eyes deceive me. I see nothing but enemies. Well, and friend. Hi, friend. Your friend. I'm surrounded. Heck. Oh no. I don't have my hydration. Hold on. I gotta grab hydration. I will be returning with hydration. Alright. I have the water. In it goes. Hope that suffices. Now, to undo the wacky eyes. No wacky eyes on my watch. Something nice and simple. These are gonna be... I guess I do also need to actually color in the eyes. I can't just rely on the background. Yeah, how old did I get that one? Oh, heck yeah! Oh, let's make this a... slightly... There we are, okay. For the line, for the colors... silly. Yeah. So I did miss a bit. That was Michelangelo number 8 from 1847. There we are. Okay. Now that that's that, we can put the background back to white. And continue coloring in a beautiful broom dog. A brog, if you will. There we are. Foot 1, or I guess paw 1 done. I got to. Ooh, I haven't decided yet if I should make. Oh no! I'm coloring in the background! Ah! Alright, it's alright. It's an easy fix. I can just take all of this, cut, paste, and merge it with the sweep colors. Merge, sweep, colors. Oh, I'm such a silly. Oh, I'm such a silly. No! At least I can fix it. I can kind of fix it. Oh, that was such a... It's always a pain to see that. It hurts emotionally. At least it was all the same color. Oof. Brooms are kind of infamous for being monotonous. Monocolorous. Yeah, monotone. It's a singular color tone. Singular monochromous? Maybe. Am I spouting nonsense? Absolutely. Alright. There we are. Roommate is what? Erase. I'm such a silly Billy. If I were a Billy, I would be the silliest of Billies. And no one can prove otherwise. No one can legally or illegally prove otherwise. There we are. So I haven't decided if the broom is going to be, or the brog is going to be, not lacquered, polished, looking fancy or looking worn. I'm thinking fancy just because I want to practice. Just because I think it would be easier, honestly. Oh, I thought it was something different. That's alright. Music can be itself, I guess. I guess music is an expression of the artist. Man. Imagine if I could draw. That would be great, right? Just like, look at me, I'm Bucket. I can draw anything I want, including your mother. But nah. Unfortunately, I have to resort to this AI to look like I'm drawing for me. I programmed it to look like it's sketching, to look like it's coloring it. Like look how erratically it's coloring. You know, it's pretty clearly AI. And if you can tell, then be proud of me for deceiving you all. Tee maybe I should actually make this part of the line art black as well. Just this part down here. I guess it ultimately doesn't matter. Oh, hello, mate. That's what I could just do this, and it's just gonna look black anyway. So it's all goody goody gumdrops. No! Everything is fine and dandy. Nothing is wrong. It smells bad. I'm gonna cry. Something smells bad. It smells like outside. Ew. Yucky. Gross. I don't avoid it. Alright. Do this. Do a nice little mix up. Dun, 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 dun. Blur tool. I cast blur. That's a bad idea. Yeah, that's a bad idea. I am so good at making the scroll wheel go elsewhere. Stick with this. There we are. Okay, next up is the bristles. Let's just make these slightly less saturated. I'm such a silly Billy. I think this could be a nice color. Gasp, I've seen this line art. Go fix. Go. There we go. Easy fix. Now nobody's ever going to think poorly of me ever again. Oh. Jeez, this is stinky. Maybe it smells like weed. Someone outside smoking the Zaza? Is somebody consuming the devil's lettuce? Perchance somebody is lighting fire to a green one? All I know is it smells icky and I hate it. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Everything's colored in, except for like the eyes, but I'll get the pupils in a bit. Textures. I wonder if I can get a nice brushy texture. Maybe this actually. Hold on. Maybe I've got a point here. This will make it a little darker than this. Yeah, a little darker than that. There you go. Line it up here. I mean, over here it's gonna have to be like little straw bits. Maybe not. Maybe not that. This looks like spongy every time I try this. I wonder. Let's lower the size of this. This. Okay. No, just keep it to texture. There we go. Blood splatter? Starry Night. Nope. Why is it so hard to get a nice pokey texture? Jeez Louise. I mean, I think this just might be the best shot. But that's just still... It's not great. Especially since... Okay, hold on. What if I need a texture layer? That's probably what I need. It'll go above line art. Because that way I can get this bit over here and it'll look like it's actually poking through. So I'm poking out here out of the sides. Maybe this is just what I need. There we go. Right. Yeah, it's just... Rah. No, let's just everything looks more spongy than bristly. Try this. That's not right. You know what? I'm gonna look at an actual picture of a broom to see what's going on. Broom. Broom head clip art. Okay. Thanks for the top pictures, Google. Can you show me the? There we are. So, I want to recreate this. Oh yeah, I totally forgot everything's at an angle. So what's the secret to this? Alright. This is... Maybe I do that. Looks like just dark splotches amidst a sea of lighter dots. And this kind of, well, I guess I'm doing darker dots, which would explain something. Hold on, what if I tried something unique? What if instead of this, okay, do that, no, cancel. Okay, we copy that. So we have the darker layer. That's gonna go in sweep colors. What if we colored this thing the darker color, and then just oh right, I forgot about that. Okay, let's just straight up be normal about this. Colored it dark. Yoink! Like that. And the textures we colored light. I think that could work better actually. Here's everything here. Okay, back to the colors. Get this. Okay, go to textures right here. And that. And let's go get Ra. Were neither of these the lighter color? That's not good. That's alright, we can. There, just like that. And we also erase this bit. I'm gonna save after I get this little thing. Save. Okay. Sweet. Texture. Nah, sketch. I want textures. I think this could work. Let's see. Give this little bit of hair some texture. Make it look extra bristly. Bristly. There we go. This looks nicer. Question mark. Yeah, erase. Whee. Okay, so now the outside has that texture, which is great. And we need the inside to be all bristly looking. Lower the size of this. Opacity, it's fine. And now if we have this, we can spread this all around. Let's move slowly, just so we can populate the area with more dots. Also, let's just make this a little bit lighter. A little bit of this. Oh dear sir, I dare say. This music is quite splendid and very sophisticated. Freaking classical music. Sounds so... Oh, I guess, of course it sounds European. It is European. Alright, I'm taking that. I'm not gonna fight this to be more better, to be better. Take this. What? Cool. Roommates headed out. You know what that means, guys? That means we gotta break the rules. I wonder, would that work? Lower the opacity. Ah, stinky again! Why is it always stinky? Ugh. I dare say. Why does it stink so much? It couldn't possibly be because of the hemp. I dare say the hemp indeed. You know, I saw Johnny's... I don't know what I'm going on about. I'm just unhappy at the smell of weed. Ugh. Yucky. Gross. Stinky. Stinky. I dare say. There we go. I'm trying to be light on purpose because I just want this to be a little textured to be woody, not actually darker. Although I'd probably, you know what? Instead of black, I should have picked a different color. Let's go pick a different color. We don't want black. We want our shading to be... I dare say we want our shading to be normal. Quite so. Quite so indeed. I also want it to be visible. There we are. Shrink this. There we are. And down here. I guess I'm doing a little bit of shading with the texturing down here. I shouldn't be though. That's kind of not responsible. What am I, some kind of responsible person? Heck no, if I were responsible, I wouldn't be streaming. I dare say, you shouldn't be streaming. Why got such gobbledygook? Freaking classical music, man. Yoink. Let's put this back to view, back to normal rotation. Okay. Now, what do you even texture plastic with? It's kind of known for being a very smooth material. Oh. I guess it's a little dirty because it's been used to sweep. I'm not sure. I don't know. Why don't you ask somebody who knows what they're talking about? Not me. I don't do this because I know what I'm talking about. I explicitly avoid knowing what I'm talking about. That's why I'm the funny one. Oh. Wow. Surprise, surprise. Okay, well, go here, go to colors. And now we can finally draw stinky. Wow. Ooh. I dare say, this is one fancy looking dog. Maybe I should. Ooh, wrong one. I want that. I want it to be like this because the dogs are always happy. That's kind of like what defines them as dogs. That's not true. Botanically, yes, but dogs aren't botanical. So it's irrelevant. Here we are. Look at the happy dog. Look what's a happy doggy. No. There we are. Something like that. Goodness. Oh, goodness me. If I see a spider, I'm gonna freak out. It'll be like a loud freak out too, not like a, oh dear me. No, I'll be like, oh! That's what I'll be like. I'll be like Walter White after he, I don't know, does something with cancer. I don't know, I've never watched the show. There we go, okay. There you go, happy doggy. Cool. All that's left now, I think, is just, shading. Classic shading. I don't know how to, like, inherit alpha, sure, but what does that do? You know what? Why not? I'll look it up. I've been doing this for long enough. Keeps the same transparency. Oh, that doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. Except it, no, it doesn't matter. Right, because if I do this and I put texture onto 0, shading is still visible, opacity is still visible. Undo. Yeah, I don't even know what inherit alpha is supposed to do. It's a bunch of nonsense if you ask me. Crikey, bunch of nonsense. Anyway, shading. Go. Put a bunch of shiny on the paws because his paws are shiny. Oh, that's not right. There you go. And over here it's going to be actually over here because this is where it is. This is where the magic happens. Oh, I accidentally got some on the eyeball. I'll erase, don't worry, folks. I'll make sure I do my job as an artist and make sure this looks good. I'll make sure of it. Pinky promise. A little bit lighter over here. You take the black. Let's lower the opacity a little bit more. Just because darkness consumes. Toodaloo! Ho 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 ho! Let's make sure this bottom section gets properly darkened. There you go, something like this. There we are. Good sir, I dare say this is one-sided, complicated individual. Oh, yes, indeed. I do love just straight up abusing the blur tool. Like, it just makes, oh wow, this is okay shading into, wow, this is usable shading. But I do have to actually go now along the outline here. Yoink. And make sure everything is fine and dandy. There we are. There we are. The broom dog is nearly complete. He is one hairy fellow, and he loves scratches on his bristles. If you could adopt him, I am sure he would be very happy. Very happy. Look at him, look at the good boy he is. Such a good boy. What did I do? I doomed us all. What are you doing over here? That's right, you. You're not supposed to be here. I'll do that. Colors? There we are. There we are. Look at the good boy. Such a good doggy. Oh wait, title. I keep forgetting the title. Also, I gotta do the sweep. Sweep. And the sweep title. Sweep title. Let's go ahead and carve our name into the dog. It's okay. He won't feel a thing. Yoink. Tiny. Yoink. Oh, I just realized something that would have been extra awesome is if I... Dang, if I actually had the foresight to give him a collar, I could put it on the name tag of the collar. Call him Sweep. Oh, that'd be cool. But nah. Well, how much time is it? It's only been an hour. Holy moly, it's only been an hour? Yeah, heck yeah, actually then. Rotate. Hold on. View. Yeah, if it's only been an hour, let's straight up, yeah, let's give him a color. There we go. Do this. Put it on top of the line art, on top of the texture. I can do this. This is a different layer, so I don't need to worry about much. Actually, sure. Yeah, it's a different layer. Let's just something like that. All right, I do this. Yeah, we can get rid of it. Well, we want that on this side. This. And we want this bit behind the head, but in front of the neck. Oh dear me. It appears the dog has now an owner. Maybe. There we go. Okay. See if is this. It's worth risking that one. Also back here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. All this to achieve basically the same rolls that I just had before this. Alright, yoink. Even brighter. Color. I'm so glad I could have a color. This is some jaunty music. Downright joyful. Oh, I dare say it's downright joyful. Okay. Back to the lines. Let's get us some nice golden. There we go. Let's get some nice buckles in here. And this down thing is gonna be, this part down here is gonna be part of a tag. So that. Like, I can honestly imagine a Tom and Jerry episode to this. For the lines, let's also just get rid of this. Dun, 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 dun. A jaunty, joyful escapade for our jaunty, joyful pet. His name is Sweep. And he is an absolute joy. you go. Heck yeah. Alright. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. Actually, you know what? Sure, let's just write the title here. I want to make this match. So, one there, and we want. This is tiny. Let's make this 1 pixel larger. Alright, there we go. Heck yeah. Sweep is gonna be one heck of a dog. Okay. And the lines, let's get rid of the ones underneath the brush. There we are. Okay. There we go. And color. There we go. Oh, heck yeah. Now let's give Sweep some shading. Cool. Alright, there, have it as enough. Alright, raise the opacity here, because this thing is a shiny, shiny color. Like this? Okay, I can't. I just need to be smarter about this. Need less opacity. Everything is fine. A little bit of this here. Sweeto. Hard to tell that this says sweep, but like, eh. There we go. All right, now we go back here, and we gotta erase everything that's outside of. I'm just a kid. There we are. There we are. There we go. That stretched the stream out a solid 10 minutes. giving Sweep a collar. So yeah, now we're done cooking with gas. Sweep the dog has joined the Inktober fray. This is the Brog. I forgot to say he's a Brog, not a dog. There you go. So I'll post this once again to the Twitter and the Discord in case you want to join that. Description link is in the description down below. Like on YouTube. Tomorrow's word is sting, so it'll probably be bee themed. We'll keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful day. Farewell, goodbye, and how long is this? This can last like a minute longer. I'll end the stream when the song ends. Oh, wait, was that it? There you go. You guys can barely hear it, it sounds like. Properties. You guys were going for... Okay, I hope you guys were able to hear that the whole time. Eesh, that would be embarrassing if not. Almost over. No, you're not allowed to cheat. Oh wait, it did. Wait, did it end? Yeah, it did end. Okay.